Let's pray. Most gracious Lord, we want to express our deepest appreciation unto you for the goodness, Lord, you showed unto your people. Today is the day, Lord, you have made, and given to the Garden City University for the Investiture and induction of the 4th president of this institution, and also for the 13th contribution. Indeed, man only makes proposals, but you are the one who makes sure that what man proposes comes to fruition. If today has come to meet us in good health, for us to gather here for this occasion, we have us because to rejoice and to praise you for what love you've done. We thank you for the traveling mercies given to those of us gathered here, those who have come from afar and those who have come from here. We pray that Lord will take us through this program. We commit all those who have roles to play into your care, that you use them as instruments to bring into fruition what, Lord, you have purpose with your people. We thank you that you do this, for we pray in the mighty name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
We shall take the national anthem as we remain standing.
Management of GCUC, members of convocation, senior and junior staff, members of the press corps, distinguished invited guests, parents and guardians, our cherished students, ladies and gentlemen. At the last congregation, I did refer to the fact that we are in a session of transition and warmly welcome all to the GCUC in July 2018 during the first session of the 10th congregation of our young growing University College. We are still in the transitional mode as we welcome you to this august event. Today marks the investiture and induction of the 4th president of GCUC, Professor Edward Kwame Asante, and the 10th matriculation ceremony of GCUC. Normally the domain of the president of the college, but by the grace of God, graced today by council members, very important dignitaries, your parents, relations, and friends. A special welcome to Carl Self, Director, Division of Dental Therapy, University of Minnesota School of Dentistry, USA, who is here as a result of the MOU between the two universities, to visit especially the dental therapy department and dental clinic, and was originally billed as the guest speaker of the second session of the 10th congregation. But the trouble at KNUST aborted that assignment. I'm informed that there is peace now at KNUST. It is too late for us today. Council, in accord with the founder and chancellor, settled on Professor Kwame Asante as the person to lead Garden City University College group for the next 4 years. in the quest for excellence, innovation, and the seeding of an entrepreneur growth in our students and graduates. We believe he has the spark and dynamism to drive the growth of the next phase of development and ultimately achieve autonomy for Garden City University College. Mr. President, our expectations from you are huge, and we demand success from you just as you require same from your staff and students. We welcome all who made it and have invested time and energy to be part of today's historic event. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Chairman. Shall we appreciate the Chairman for the speech? We shall take musical interlude from the Kete group. Thank you. We shall now call upon the council chairman to conduct the investiture. Let him who has come to be invested as the President of Garden City University College, please step forward.
By virtue of the authority conferred on the University College Council, I invest you, Professor Edward Kwame Asante, as the fourth President of the Garden City University College this Saturday, 17th November 2018.
The Council Chairman Uro, the new President. Mr. Ramsey Memorial Communication to induct the President. Shall we welcome him?
Brothers and sisters,
we are gathered here to
We are gathered here today to induct into office our brother, Professor Edward Asante, who has been appointed and invested as the fourth president of the Garden City University College, Kenya State. And ask God's blessing and express guidance to enable him carry out the responsibility of his office. Professor Kwame Asante, you have been called upon as the fourth president of this university college. We believe that you have given thought to new responsibilities that are entrusted upon you, and you will weigh and apply yourself to them and ask God's help God, who alone can enable you to fulfill yourself in this calling. So now, in order that the people gathered here to witness this occasion may fully understand your intention, and also that in future your recollection of this moment may bestir you to your responsibilities, will require you to answer the following questions. Are you determined to carry out your responsibilities faithfully, seeking the welfare of those who work under you? If so, your answer.
I'm so determined. God being my helper.
Are you so prepared as to ensure that the academic work and moral education will be lifted higher than this present standard, so that the students who come out of this university college will be seen as good citizens of our country, Ghana, and others from elsewhere? If so, your answer.
I'm so prepared, the Lord being my helper.
As a faithful manager of this university college, will you endeavor to work in collaboration with all your colleagues and to eschew any form of dishonesty in your administration? If so, your answer.
I will so endeavor, God being my helper.
Dear brothers and sisters, you've heard the solemn pledge of Professor Kwame Edward Asante, who has been appointed and invested as the president of this university college. Will you now signify your approval by standing, please?
All of us, please.
You don't respond. We accept him and promise to support him.
Accept you and promise to support you.
We shall keep standing as we sing the hymn, A Child to Keep. I induct you as the fourth president of the Garden City University College in Kumasi. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. In token thereof, we give you your staff of office. Let us pray. Almighty God, Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, and in him also our Father, you govern all things in heaven and on earth. You have given us men and women for the building of societies. We thank you for the goodness to us by giving a president to this university. We ask you to continue your loving kindness to this university and to your servant who has been given this great responsibility. Bless him in full measure with the gift of your Spirit, that of his help he may truly guide those under his care into the way of life, and deal him with purity of life, that he may be an example to the faculty, students, and all those who work in this university, and grant that in all things he may faithfully serve you to the glory of your great name. O Lord God, Father of all people and teacher of all who look up to you for guidance, visit this university, we pray you, with your love and mercy. Prepare the hearts of teachers and students, and all those who work in this university to accept you as their Lord and Master, and to learn from you, and thus grow in goodness. Give wisdom, love, and patience to the members of this faculty, and let students make wise use of their time with diligence and discipline. Prosper the work of this university to the uplifting and achievement of the people of Ghana, and to the glory of your holy name, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. Shall we give a round of applause for the new president?
Shall we be seated, please? Let's sit down. Now, the new president, the fourth president of Garden City University College, will now address the assembly.
Founder and Chancellor of Garden City University College, who for some reason couldn't be here with us today, Mr. Albert Atta, Chairman and members of the Board of Directors, Chairman of GCUC Council, Professor John Sifa Rajo Ayib, Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, Nana Inyasi Hema and her elders, my immediate predecessor, Dr. Wilhelmina Jocelyn Duncan, Registrar, Dr. Carcel, Director, Division of Dental Therapy, University of Minnesota, School of Dentistry, USA. Deans, Directors, Heads of Department, Members of Convocation, staff, President of SRC, alumni, and students of this great university college. Distinguished invited guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by saying how grateful I am to you for your attendance today. I'm also particularly grateful to the Almighty God for bringing me this far in my professional career. I'm also pleased to be able to celebrate this day with all the family, colleagues, and dear friends who have traveled to be here with us today. I'm truly blessed, honored, and greatly humbled to be standing before you as the fourth president of Garden City University College. I am proud to serve in the honorable line of all my presidential predecessors who have led this institution since its inception in 2002. Mr. Chairman, the route to the presidency differs for almost everyone appointed to this position, but it is never attained without the support and guidance of many individuals and groups. I would like to thank and acknowledge a few of those who played a major role in my being here today. My biggest thanks go to the founder and chancellor of this university college, Mr. Adekaka, the board of directors, and the council of the university college for the trust and confidence reposed in me to provide academic and administrative leadership at this university college for its development and growth. I'm always very grateful to the search committee led by Professor E.Y. Safo for recommending me as their preferred candidate to be considered for this position, despite the keen competition from an equally qualified candidate. Council Chairman, I have accepted the leadership of this university college, very mindful of the very huge responsibilities and the high expectations as specified in my letter of appointment. I promise to do everything in my power to live up to the responsibilities of this position, and I pledge to work collaboratively with the great faculty, staff, and students of this university college, and to advance our vision and mission to make this institution even stronger. I pledge to provide enterprise and participative leadership to inspire, motivate, and empower the University College community so that together we can take University College to the next phase of its development. I will not let you down. Mr. Chancellor, Board of Directors, Chairman and members of Council, ladies and gentlemen, before looking at the present and into the future, I would like to recognize my predecessors. Dr. Lord Asamoah, Professor Sobote of blessed memory, and Dr. Wilhelmina Jocelyn Duncan, the immediate past president, for their immense contribution to the growth and development of the University College. Their efforts have backed by the cooperation, collaboration, support, commitment, and hard work of faculty, staff, and students have brought the University College this far. Please join me in a round of applause for my predecessors. Thank you. I'm also looking forward to working and collaborating with the University College community. Mr. Chairman, there are some people in my life that have taught, supported, and mentored me, enabling me to continually develop and improve as a person, a professional, a professor, a leader, a citizen, and a man of faith. Just like a tortoise on a fence, I couldn't have reached this far without the help of these people. First, I have to thank my parents who brought me up, teaching me that anything is possible through faith, respect for others, discipline, and hard work. They provided the guidance and inspiration necessary for me to be the first in the family to graduate from university. I would also like to thank my wife, my soulmate, and the love of my life. Mrs. Olivia Asante. Who traveled this journey with me, giving up many professional opportunities and personal comfort to support me in this adventure. I've also been very fortunate to have many excellent mentors along the way who taught me many things. It will be impossible for me to recognize all of them here today.
And mercy, and working very hard to achieve the vision and sell the message from him. Thanks again to Professor Anamwa Mensah. He taught me about servant leadership. The most important thing in life is serving others and having a positive impact on the organizations and the people we serve. When all is said and done, at the end of life, it is only the impact that really counts in evaluating your life. From Professor Akwesi Asabra Miao, I learned the importance of paying attention to detail while being strategic in managing the university like a business. I also learned from him the importance of student engagement in developing future leaders, professionals, and citizens. In addition, I would like to thank Professor Salome Esuman, a hard-working, conscientious professional who taught me how to be humble but focused on working with colleagues. I have many people here at GCUC to express my gratitude to for their support today, including our distinguished but unassuming deans and head of department, staff, the chairman and members of GCUC Council, and the chancellor and founder. I would like to thank the Investiture and Matriculation Planning Committee, led by Mr. Paul Safo, for the splendid job in planning the entire event. The theme for the Investiture is planning for innovation, transformation, and change. These words, of course, relate to our students, faculty, staff, and the university community as a whole. The theme summarizes my vision for GCUC and the strategies to realize the vision as outlined in my profile that can be found in the Investiture. To determine what will work for us, we cannot be afraid to think outside the box and try new things. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as an university college, we must be transformative if we want to make any meaningful impact on our students and be relevant to the community. Throughout a professional career as a teacher, I've come to believe in the transformative power of higher education. It changes lives, it raises expectations, gives hope for a better life, and allows people, families, and nations to achieve their potential. We can be transformative in 3 ways. First, we must transform our students. We must transform them into educated, ethical professionals and responsible global citizens. We must take them from where they are now and provide them with every opportunity to become who they can be. We must help them to find their passion in life, which will lead them to identify their major and future professions. We must give them the opportunity to develop it holistically in mind, body, and soul through a wide array of lectures, activities, and interactions. We are all here at GCUC to facilitate this transformation. Second, we have to transform Kenyans. We must transform Kenyans intellectually, culturally, socially, economically. For example, our students can help improve the health and school systems as well as the environment. Business professors and lecturers can help entrepreneurs start and grow businesses. Applied sciences can help improve IT infrastructure in businesses and organizations. Nursing and midwifery professors and lecturers can improve healthcare. In fact, all employees can volunteer their time to worthy causes and play a part in improving Kenyans. The third transformation is of the University College itself. We can only transform our students and Kenyans if we transform ourselves to focus on our key mission. We will soon begin the development of a new strategic plan with all constituents participating in the process. We will determine our future direction and then work to accomplish our long-term vision, our mission, and our key strategic initiatives. All of us must be committed to continuous improvement, and this must start from the individual employee level. Each of us needs to set annual goals that are congruent with the goals of the University College and be evaluated on the accomplishment of these goals. We will continue to be a learning-centered University College, focusing on academic excellence and student success. Mr. Chair, the quality of GCUC is fundamentally about the quality of its faculty and staff. The global market for top academics is said that it will be difficult to hold on to our faculty and staff unless we are considered by our faculty and staff to be the preferred intellectual whole. It is true that numbers increases finance, but it's also true that quality increases finances the more. To this end, we will build the capacity of both faculty and staff to enable them continue to deliver quality services to our students and the University College. We will develop programs that better prepare students for future workforce needs. All these verticals will lead to the transformation of the University College. This leads to the third signpost, change. The 35th President of the United States of America, John F. Kennedy, argues, change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. Charles Darwin, the English naturalist and geologist, said, it is not the strongest of the species that survive, not the most intelligent, but the most responsive to change. George Bernard Shaw, an Irish playwright, once said, progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. We must be entrepreneurial and learn to think of change as an opportunity for progress and a brighter future. I look forward to working with you in identifying and implementing many innovations, transforming our students, Kenyans and the University College, and changing the way we do things to achieve excellence and realize the vision of making Gardens University College, GCUC, a preeminent private university college in Ghana and globally. Appeal to the government. Private universities should not be deprived of government interventions, such as state scholarships, research grants, teaching and learning resources, and even subsidies for infrastructural expansion. Assistance to private universities should be normal business because taxes paid by all Ghanaians are used by the government to subsidize the public universities. I now welcome all. With this call, Mr. President, I challenge all of us at GCUC to buy in and push GCUC forward into the future. Thank you very much. God bless us. Madam former President, Dr. Mina Donko, please kindly step forward.
Dr. Wilhelmina J. Donton, outgoing president, Garden City University College, for your loyalty and dedicated service in the advancement of Garden City University College, Kumasi, Ghana. We present you this token symbol, which will remind you of GCUC, now and forever.
Thank you, Madam former President. Council Chairman, thank you.
Mentioned as a special guest of Garden City, and for the whole of this week, he's left very pressing businesses back home and has spent time with us in Accra. He has visited Elmina and Cape Coast, and for the past 3 days has been here with us. I'm very sure with the intensity of the conversations that were carried out, he'll go back home empty-minded. We've ripped everything out of his mind. But as a token of our appreciation for all what he shared with us, we now call upon Dr. Carl Self, Director of the Dental Therapy Division, University of Minnesota School of Dentistry, to step forward to be giving a truly Asante and Ghanaian iconic piece. Dr. Carl.
Yes.
Doc, please go to your right. You see the chief and the Queen Mother lying the same way as you are. And Garden City is giving you this as a token for the time and investment you've made for us and the trust you have in us. Thank you very much. Are you taking a picture? Take a picture of you.
Thank you, Professor Seth, for accepting the glove. Thank you. Our fresh students. We shall now call the various deans, faculty deans, to present their students. The registrar will do that.
Will the Faculty of Applied Science, the Dean of the Faculty, kindly step forward to invite the students to be matriculated? Please, once you are called to stand up, you keep standing. Dr. Osei Ede, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. All students from the Faculty of Applied Science should stand and remain standing to take the matriculation oath.
The Dean of the Garden City Business School, Professor Opoku Efriye, kindly step forward and invite your students to be matriculated.
Will all new students, the Garden City Business School, please stand and remain standing as the chief matriculation.
The acting Dean, Faculty of Health Sciences, for today's event, Dr. Patrick Eric Kakari. Please kindly step forward to invite students of the Faculty of Health Sciences to be matriculated.
All students of the Faculty of Health Sciences may stand and remain standing to take the matriculation oath.
Please, students, when I start, you mention your name the moment I break. Page 38. Open page 38. Are we ready? I do solemnly promise to be a loyal member of the Garden City University College, to study diligently and to conform to all statutes, regulations, and rules insofar as they concern me. So help me God. Please keep standing. We now invite Professor Yao Osei to give us the matriculation pronouncement.
Powers in me vested, and on behalf of the President, I do hereby matriculate you in such particular, admitting you to the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of the Garden City Business School, Faculty of Applied Sciences, Faculty of Health Sciences, and the students' residence facilities the Garden City University College, to which you are assigned.
We shall take the GCUC anthem as we remain standing. Shall we remain standing? Get seated.
Particularly the new matriculants. This is a message from the President which I'm delegated to deliver. Matriculation confers membership in the University College on students. The matriculation ceremony is essential not only because it marks the formal admission of students into the university, but also because it is the occasion during which matriculants pledge their allegiance to the authority of the university. It is the occasion during which matriculants are enjoined through the administration of the matriculation oath to be obedient to the president and other officers of the university. In pledging to be of good behavior, new students are committing themselves to avoid indiscipline and disorderliness for the duration of their time as students. In other words, matriculation confers on the participating candidates full membership of the institution, having fulfilled all necessary requirements. Following from this, every matriculated student is entitled to all rights and privileges recognized by the University College Authority. Such rights include, but not limited to, inclusion of the students in the University College Register, obtain the University College identity card, living in the students' hostel, right to access information in the library, representing the University College at different forums, participation in students' union activities, and enjoyment of all other available teaching and learning facilities in the University College. On the other hand, as full members of the University College community, it is part of your obligation to maintain law and order, pay your school fees and other levies, protect the University College property, respect the rights of your fellow students, report any criminal activities to the University College Authority, keep your hostel and lecture rooms clean, among others. In light of the above, it is my hope that will allow all these obligations guide your conduct throughout your stay in the college. Interestingly, this is the first matriculation I'm presiding over. We are the very first set of students that I'm admitted into the membership of this unique community with my capacity as the fourth president of this university college. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us all be glad. The University College received a total number of 833 applications for the 2018-2019 academic year. At the end of the admission process, a total of 770 applicants were offered admission. The total number of registered fresh students stands at 579. This is made up of 289 for Faculty of Health Sciences, 32 for Faculty of Applied Sciences, 449 for Garden City Business School, and 130 diploma students. The 579 students are made up of 360 females and 219 males. At the same period last year, 442 students are registered. I wish to use this opportunity to congratulate your parents for the pivotal roles they have played in your lives, and to hope and pray that the investment they are making in you will not be in vain. Many of your loved ones have literally sacrificed so that you may enjoy the privilege of the GCUC education. The fee policy of the university is sensitive to the plight of students to the extent that fees charged for the whole academic year is collected on 2 installments, basis 50% at the beginning of the first semester and the remaining 50% at the beginning of the second semester. In addition to this, financially challenged students can arrange a flexible payment plan with the finance office. In spite of dwindling resources, University College has managed to stay afloat to deliver good services to our students. Your role in in prompt payment of fees and other charges will assist the university greatly in this regard. The recent audit of the university on the payment of fees reveals that students over the university college over several balances. This unwholesome trend must stop. The university college has therefore decided that no student will be allowed to write end-of-year examinations without full payment of all prescribed fees. We need your cooperation in this regard to enable us deliver on our mandate of producing graduates that are globally competitive or contribute meaningfully to global development. On our part, we assure you of probity, transparency, and accountability in the use of our resources. The university has obtained accreditation to mount sociology and social work program in the 2018-2019 academic year. Applications are invited for the January admissions. The following programs are at various stages of development and are likely to be mounted the 2019-2020 academic year. MPhil Midwifery, MSc Digital Forensics, MSc Computing, that is Data Analytics, MSc Information and Communication, MSc Multimedia and Communication, ESc Logistics and Supply Chain Management, MSc Sales Management, MSc Financial Economics, MSc Financial Management and Planning. Let me now come to some piece of advice for particulars. Today, Ghana and the world at large are infested with so many social vices. It's also worrisome today that our youth have lost the virtues of hard work, honesty, punctuality, and sense of morality in general. It is a combination of this that GCUC has chosen to dedicate itself not only to provide academic training, but also character training of the students, so that they can become assets to their families, communities, and the country at large. The university is a place where you enjoy a lot of freedom, but the freedom often comes with some corresponding obligations. So not only must you protect your rights, privileges, and freedoms, you must also ensure that you do not trample on the rights, privileges, and freedoms of others. In this university college, as I have indicated, we pride ourselves in not training students only in academic work, but also in character, so that upon graduation, the student is fully ready to be a responsible citizen who will contribute to national development in a patriotic and result-oriented manner. I urge you to make maximum use of the resources and facilities placed at your disposal. You have some of the best lecturers in the world teaching you. Efforts of lecturers will be in vain unless you complement them through hard work and dedication to the purpose of your being here. Remember where you come from, where you are, and what lies ahead of you. Develop your life today in a manner that shall not be ashamed of talking about sometime in your life. Attend lectures regularly, complete your assignments on time, and take part in all assessments. Respect your lecturers and peers. Study hard and shun all forms of social vices, such as sexual misbehavior, indecent dressing, examination malpractices, and other social vices which can mar your bright future. Visit the library regularly. I wish to remind you to read reflect and take note of the content of the student's handbook. It contains rules and regulations that govern your conduct of GCUC. You are newly admitted foreign students. We know you have left behind your country and everything else to pursue GCUC's quality education. It is a very bold and self-confident decision you have made. Some of you may feel lost, overwhelmed, helpless, and isolated. We are here to assist you to succeed. Please spread the good news of our quality course, affordable fees, and flexible fee payment regime to your friends back home. Dear freshmen and women, as I mentioned in my investiture address, I urge you to work at becoming totally transformed individuals. You can become that transformed individual when you take your studies seriously. On behalf of the founder, Chancellor of the University College Council, members of convocation, and on my own behalf, I congratulate you on your admission and warmly welcome you to GCUC. Thank you all once again for celebrating this special day of my university. As the fourth president for GCUC, with me and making the 30th matriculation ceremony memorable. God bless all of us. Thank you very much. To me, as the council of this university college, this ceremony is resolved.
We shall take the closing prayer from Reverend Moses Adiman. Shall we welcome him to close us in prayer?
Shall we please be on our feet once again? We give you thanks, dear Lord, for taking us through this program. We thank you for the fortitude and the endurance. We thank you for the president who has been invested and inducted into office. We thank you for the students who have been matriculated. We thank you for what Lord you have in store for your people, so that you grant them the grace to go through. Father, as we leave this place, I want to pray especially for the president who has been taking care. We believe that, Lord, you who created the body, you are able to bring what has gone amiss in the system right. We pray that, Lord, you work on him. Bring healing to his ailing body, so that the work, Lord, that has been entrusted into his care in this university will go on. We know that we are going to see him once again to continue this way. As we depart from here, Father, we pray that we will take every one of us to our homes and destinations. We thank you that you will do this. But we also pray this in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.